have an older adult in your life, chances are that there will come a time when you need to access a resource to assist that person. Well, that's why we are so happy to have Bob Brocker here, founder of AgeWise Colorado, and we have Connie Ward from Optimal Aging Medicare Solutions. Good morning to the both of you.
Good morning to you as well. Thanks for having us.
Of course. Well, Bob, share more about AgeWise and why you started it, I believe, 4 years ago?
Yes.
Okay.
So it started because I got involved in aging about 14 years ago by becoming a volunteer with a little help. You've had a little help on the show before.
Of course.
Yes. And so that introduced me to aging, and I just decided that I wanted to do more and continue to do more as a volunteer in the state of Colorado. And so several years ago, a small group of us sat around a table and started talking about some other things we might be able to do. Connie was one of those people.
Okay.
And so we kind of hit on this idea that we needed to connect people to a nonprofit that provides vetted service providers and information and education about aging in the state of Colorado, and just focus on Colorado.
Yeah.
And so that was the beginning, and here we are.
And here you are. Well, the sandwich generation, Bob, and let's talk about that because it's coming up more and more. And what kind of inquiries have you received from people who find themselves in that generation?
Well, in Colorado, there are about 1.7 million people in that generation, so roughly between the ages of 40 and 60.
Okay.
And so what we see is people start noticing things with older family members. It could be grandparents, parents, aunts, uncles, whatever. And they say, well, maybe my aunt needs some help with in-home care, or she can't drive anymore. And so we need to find ways to get transportation so that she can get to medical appointments and grocery shopping and things like that. And so that's a lot of what we see with those folks. So if you think about what you know about aging as sort of a pie, and so you take a little tiny slice out of that and say, this is what I know. And then you take a really bigger slice and say, this is what I know I don't know.
Sure.
And then finally, the big piece is, I just don't know.
Yeah.
And so we exist to help people when they're in that situation of, I don't know what to do. And so too many people go to Google. I mean, we all do it.
True. True.
And you know, what you find on Google may not be helpful.
Right.
And so we're here to provide, trusted, reliable service providers and really great information. And we do educational webinars every month as well.
It could be so helpful. Now, Connie, why do you prioritize connecting with AgeWise Colorado as a Medicare provider?
Good question. So I've been an enthusiastic participant with AgeWise Colorado since its inception for a few reasons. In the Medicare space, I find that people prepare for aging with a wish, not a plan. In other words, I really would love to stay in my home. It sounds great, but if you don't have a strategic plan behind that, many times a significant health event or a financial event can deter that, and it changes everything. And so I really believe that for the optimal outcome in aging, a good plan is going to be the most beneficial way to go about it. And AgeWise Colorado really provides people with the tools and the resources to make that happen.
I think that's great. Now, what can you share on the front of what people need to know but don't?
Prepare, plan. There are ways to help you age at home. There are technologies, there are providers that travel to your home, providers meaning primary care physician groups. There are transportation resources. And if you want to live in a home, in an assisted living environment, there are resources to help you navigate that too. But planning is your best way to navigate that.
Agreed. Well, I want to thank you both for being here this morning, Bob and Connie. Thank you again. And here's some info for you. Remember, AgeWise is there to support older adults and their loved ones and caregivers. To access resources and ask your questions, just go to agewisecolorado.org. And if you want to learn more about Medicare, go to myoptimalaging.com.